Yes, sir, indeed. Now that you dropped in, go lock in, man. Grab yourself a drink. We're going to tell you what we're thinking. This is the show that we call BaldHead Reasoning. You dig it? I am your host, Tim Harvey, man, and we about to spit some, we're going to kick that real spill, as Obi-Wan could say. Shout out to Obi-Wan, man. Obi-Wan out there on the Mediterranean right now, he going to be cruising, man. That dude fancy. He fancy than a mug, man. So shout out to Obi-Wan, dog. We see you when you get back, man. All right, check it out, fellas. We're going to jump right to it, man. Hey, Watchdog, what's going on with you, baby?
Hey, how's everybody on this pleasant Friday evening of Memorial Day weekend? For some of y'all got a long weekend. Don't forget about what's going on and pay your homage accordingly. But you know what I'm gonna say, man? Hey, it's a great day to be here. I'm coming to y'all from outer space. Call me Space Man today, baby, because I'm out here floating. I'm out here getting it. And I hope y'all be floating with us today, because we're gonna float on through your ear hole.
Yes, sir. Come out there in space, man. Yes, sir. What's up there? What's up there, Ando? Talk to me, baby.
What it is, my people. What it is, man. Much love out here from Cali, man. You know, when I first came down here, I drove 567 miles on one tank of gas, man, and to get all the way out here in Cali. Let me tell you something, bro. I'm just happy to be here. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Hey, I missed you last week, but guess what? I'm back.
For sure. Believe that. Leonard, what's going on, dude?
What's going on there with you good people? Everything good, man. Memorial Day weekend. I ain't got to worry about them churn for about 3 days, dog. We got old 3 days. I ain't got to worry about them churn till Tuesday morning. So, and then we riding out after one more week after that, man.
Call it a wrap.
One more week. Yes, sir. So let's get it going, though.
But ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's what it is right there, boy. I know you can't wait, boy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, man. We're going to jump right to it, man. Our first segment is what we call the Head Lead, powered by New Spot Alert ATL. New Spot Alert ATL is your #1 place for all your goods, services, and culinary desires in and around Metro Atlanta and abroad. Tap in and follow at New Spot Alert ATL. All right, fellas, we're going to jump to our first segment. It is called what we call the Head Lead. Fellas, interesting question today. I'm gonna start with you today, Lil. Man, if you were given a high school graduation or a college commencement speech, man, what would be your message to your graduates?
My message would be: we sick of y'all. Time for y'all to get on.
What's my message?
Get on up out of here. For real though, man. My message is this is a good topic. It's a good topic, man, and appropriate for this time of year too. We know that. But I have a couple of messages for them, man. But the one that will probably stick out more than the rest of them is: it's your time. It's your time, man. They seniors, you graduate from high school right now and college right now. Man, you got so much out there that you can do, and because of what's going on in the world, man, I don't just mean just the U.S. I meant to say the world. All right, because of everything that's going on in the world, you gotta go hard. That's my main message to them. You gotta go hard, because now is the time for you gotta do things to put yourself in a position, man, where all of these crazy things going on right now, like they're not gonna affect you as much. And because you got access to so many things right now, no excuse. You got to go hard. Go hard for everything, man. If you got something that you're passionate about, and if that's what you went to school for, that's your major, or you graduate in high school and that's what you're getting ready to go to school for, or maybe not even going to school. If that's what you're getting ready to jump into this workforce, or taking the route we took, straight to the military, whatever it's going to be, go hard so you can put yourself in position to where none of this other crap matters. All right. I think we've all done a good job of putting ourselves in that position, man. We jumped right in old Uncle Sam's army, and stayed there. We ain't one of them people, man, talking about, yeah, man, I did 3 years. I wish I would have stayed. I stayed in there now. I'd be retired right now. We all done heard that, from a whole bunch of people. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you for your service, those people that did that. But my point is, those people that's graduating, my point is, jump into it, stick with it, and just think about where you want to be and what's happening in this world, and try to get yourself above all of that. I'm not saying that all the things that's going on now won't affect us. And I'm talking about, us right here and veterans that have retired and, got a couple of streams of income coming in and whatnot. I'm not saying that we're completely above it, but we put ourselves in a position, man, where, we can kind of look past some of that crazy crap that's going on out there. So if you're a senior and you want to be great, don't wait till later on. I think I want to do this right here, and I'm gonna try this right here. And if it don't work out right away, I'm gonna go on and move over to something else and try that right there. Jump into that thing, go hard, stick with it, and just keep doing your thing, man, and reap the benefits early in life. You ain't struggling later on. Reap them benefits early.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. And we talked about that earlier. Me and you had a conversation about that, man. Go out there, get your footing, man. Get your footing when you get out there, man. Have something you can, engage in and have some patience when you're trying to pursue it. All right, watch out.
Hey, Lev, man. I think we were kind of almost in sync on what we were going to talk on this topic, man. And I'm gonna tell you why when I say what I'm gonna use when we talking about, if I was given a high school graduation commencement or college graduation commencement speech, what would be the message that I want to convey? The weird thing about it, I was talking about that and thinking about this, and I said, hey, use your voice. Right? Yeah, use your voice is simple, but it's not simple, right? Because you got to be willing to step out there and speak against things that are not the norm. You got to be able to separate yourself from all the other tendencies that you think that everybody else is doing, that you should be doing the same thing. You got to segregate yourself. In this case, like you're saying, you got to step out there and decide you want to be great. It's something that the hardest thing to do is to step out there, right? You got to go out there and decide, hey, this is what I'm going to choose. It like you were saying, right? Your role may not be to college. Your role may be to the military. Your role may be right into the workforce. Your role may be whatever it may be, to do something that is not what everybody that expected you to do, right? Mm-hmm. So when you do that, when you're using your voice, you're speaking up and saying, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to leave. Because we had a segment, remember, what legacy would you want to leave behind, right? So when we sit there and talk about that, that's where you got to start now. For them, they got to start now, because the reality that we living in right now, that they living in right now, is not the same as ours. Because we got things to fall back on, like you were saying. A lot of that they don't, so they got to start establishing early. They got to start grinding soon as you can't wait to do it. So when I say that using your voice, you got to be able to speak. You can't allow social media to dictate what your particular voice. Social media is not your voice. If you only using social media for your doggone your news and calling that's the facts, it's not the facts. You need to use the fact. You need to research for your own. You need to do your research and use the facts that you find that's going to determine what you're going to do in your course of action. So when I say facts, I mean all cap facts. Research your own. And then in the old mortal words of a old famous movie, do your own research. Don't let somebody else do the research for you. Y'all know that line. Y'all know where it came from, but I ain't going to say the movie. I'm going to say the movie. I'm going to say the movie. But I ain't going to say it. But that's what they need to do. And when I say that, use your own facts. Use yours, research, be yourself, speak your truth, and decide on what you want to leave in society, or what you want society to see from you. And then that right there is, you can't go wrong.
I like it, man. Those points were right on, because I'm going to tell you something. Man, for those of y'all don't know out here, man, let me tell y'all something real quick. We're going to go on and I'm going to tell y'all right now, we laugh and we joke on this podcast a lot, man, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, man, the guys that work on this thing, that's on this podcast, are some of the most brilliant brothers I've ever been around. And they know what they're talking about. So these life experiences that they about to put on y'all, man, I mean, don't take it lightly, because we laughing and joking and having a good time, but these guys, they know, they all highly educated, they all established, you know what I'm saying? These guys know what they're talking about. So and I picked this segment here for our graduates because I wanted this to kind of resonate with somebody, because somebody's going to be, a lot of people are entering this season out there. So this is some great advice to pass on to some kids. All right, Ando.
Yes, sir. So my message to graduates, you know, if I had to give a commencement speech, would be two things: focus and fun.
Yeah.
Focus and fun. You know, don't lose focus. Don't lose focus, because you know you can always have fun, but fun is also necessary, right?
True.
Fun is also necessary because you have to have balance, right? So have focus. There's so many distractions that's going on around you, especially today, as I think we just mentioned before, you know, with social media and that's where young folks get most of their news. A lot of things not vetted, and it's just a lot of distractions out there. It's important to stay focused.
Yeah.
You know, you had to stay focused to get to where you are today.
No doubt.
You know, that's just the beginning. Now you have the rest of your life to maintain that same energy, that same determination, that same attitude that got you where you are now. Now you have to take that out there. And you have to take it seriously. Your first job may not be your last job, but that doesn't mean that you don't go in there, focus and patience. Give it a couple of years. Look at it.
Yeah.
They see once you in there, you're like, you know what? If I had left early, I wouldn't have known about, you know, this opportunity that this place has to offer, or this opportunity. So, you know, you have to exercise some levels of patience, but you need to stay focused on the task and what you're doing to make yourself better, people around you better. Because at the end of the day, you know, we get one shot. We get one shot here on this earth.
Yeah.
We get one shot down here. Okay. After that, I don't know what it's gonna look like. You know, I might be a spirit in the sky or something, but right here in this body right here, I get one shot at this. So don't waste it. Don't waste it.
You might be out of space like that with Max out there flying all
Tell
over the
you, be out here.
universe.
Hey, you gonna be out here like that?
He out there in the universe, dog. Yeah.
But have fun. But have fun with it, though, bro. But have fun with it. You know, live your life. Laugh every day. Laugh every
That's right.
week.
And
you
they
know.
and they need to hear all of that, man, because I'm telling you, so many
Mhm.
conversations I had with current seniors, man, and juniors that like some of them really are like just waiting for something to fall in place for them, and they are doing the having fun part. Trust and believe, they doing the having fun part, and but
Yeah.
a lot of times, man, they not thinking about, hey, I need to take these steps to be able to have that other part too. You know what I'm saying?
It's the balance that Andrew was talking about. Yeah, that's right. You got to do both. Yeah, I agree, man. So, like I said, you know, my thing would just be just tell them, you know, go out there, grab your footing, be serious, but also have fun at the same time, because it all counts. The experience is supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be memorable, but you're also supposed to learn from it, you know, and build upon what you're trying to, or whatever you seek to go. I tell you from my own personal experience, man, you know, I had to do a lot of stuff before my time, I thought, but I don't regret any of it. I don't regret any of it, you know, because it accelerated. I'm that may have been the nudge I needed. You know, it may have helped me, you know, get to where I needed to be in that manner. You know, otherwise, if I would have just done what I was used to, what I saw around me, I definitely wouldn't have been, you know, doing what I'm doing today. So
It's called
balance.
growth, brother.
It's called growth, man.
It's
So
growth.
you know, grab your foot out there chilling, grab your foot and chilling, tap in, man, listen to folk, man, get some of this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You don't know everything, because I tell everybody right now, tell young people this all the time. I've been you, you ain't been me. Okay, so take that. There you go right there. Take that. Take that. No did it. No did it. No did it now. No did it. All right. So no different, you know what I'm saying? So before we move to the next segment, man, I like you guys to go ahead and subscribe to this fantastic channel we got here, man. We on YouTube and on Spotify with new episodes every Monday, man. Tap in, hit that like, subscribe, tell a friend to tap in, man. BaldHead reason we out here doing our thing, baby. So come check us out. All right, fellas, our next segment is called This or That. This or That. Yeah, so that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna jump right to it, man. Hey, man, a bigger impact on you. Who do you think had a bigger impact on you? Watch dog, we're gonna kick us off, man. Was it your favorite teacher or maybe a coach?
Well, since you're gonna kick it off to me, man, I was kind of torn between these two because I had a favorite teacher, man. I also had my coach, man. My coach, old Quentin Robinson, old Trimble Tech, man. We used to call him Coach Rob back in the day in old Fort Worth, Texas, man. At old Green Beach Trimble Tech High School. But Coach Rob understood, football, man. He understood how to ensure that we as players knew that it was more to football than just playing the X's and O's, right? We had to do it in the classroom on top of just doing it on the football field, right? So for him to know back then in that time frame, man, in the 80s and then early 90s, that look, for you to be successful, yeah, you can be the best, you can be a D1 prospect all day long. But if you can't fall back on education, if your education is you ain't doing what you need to do in the classrooms, you ain't doing this because at the blink of an eye, you'll see your prospect. You can go from a D1 to out of that being a D1 prospect. It doesn't take that much in that physical sport. That football is physical. And for anybody to say it's not, it is very physical. That is two Mack trucks meeting at a point in time and space and trying to crush each other and to see who's going to live.
Again.
Over and over, repeatedly.
For
like
60 minutes.
60. And some folk don't understand it because that's why, the dream of making it to the NFL, the dream of some individuals, they didn't even play college ball, is a dream come true for a lot because things come after that. But on top of that, while you're doing it, it's always the education piece. Like my coach used to say, people used to tell that, man, Coach Rob is showing up at the class we got to bring these reports back to the on Friday before the game. And they determine how many licks, then CCS would have probably got them back in the day, in today's day. But we had to bring that report back. And that report told them, how many licks you going to get, because it also told us how you behave and how you carry yourself in the classroom when you're not around coach, right? Around coach, we was, on top of our thing, we towing the line. But around, when he's not around, them teachers putting that grade on there, and they putting that citizenship grade on there back in the day, that citizenship grade, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you looking over that, oh, please, you begging, because this, you going as, please, what I need to do to get at. You need to sit in the class and act like you got some sense. Right. Instead of back here acting crazy. Now, Coach Rob already came by here and I already gave him your report. Oh, Lord. And you already know he know. So when we got to that field house, man, on a Friday, at 2:50, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the game 8 to 7.
Laps.
And he lining everybody, he got everybody lined up with their report. And you can't give him a fake one because he got the real one.
No, he got the real one.
And he letting you, and then he telling you, hey, I know what you did in class all week. I told you I was gonna get you Friday before the game. You ain't starting either. You ain't starting. You finna get these licks. Cause
you still doing the workout.
Oh man, you finna get it, bro. And he pull out that wood paddle, man. You got it. You asked for it because you up in there clowning. You up in there being a class clown. So let me go in and show you what I'm gonna do. By the time you get on this field, you're gonna be mad, and you can't whoop me. That's what he tell you in your face. You ain't gonna whoop me, but you can take it out on the team on the opposite side of the field because you're gonna be mad after these 16 licks. He's gonna be upset because I already know you can't whoop me, and he's saying, if you think you can, come on, let's see what you got.
Yeah, you don't want to play them grown man games, though, dog.
Hey, he meant that, bro. So I'm going with my coach, man. But honorable mention, Miss Scott, man. She was my shorthand teacher / typewriting teacher, brother. Miss Scott.
Typewriting.
She's still about 5'3", man. But she boy, she did not play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, I like them coaches though, but them coaches back then look like some heavy wheel mechanics. If they hit you, it felt like they hit you with a damn starter, dog, or something. Had fists hard as hell.
And hit you with a damn breaker ball.
The boy.
They were old heavy wheel mechanic. The football was just their part-time job.
Hey, there it is.
Volunteering.
No doubt about it. Yeah. So, Endo, who had the biggest impact on you, man? Was it a favorite teacher or was it an old coach?
This one not even close to me, big dog. It was a teacher.
The teacher?
Because, and let me just say, I was a pretty good baseball player growing up. Yeah, I was a scholarship guy. I got hurt my senior year though. And I respected all of my coaches, but none of them could do what I was able to do during that time. I was better than them. And I didn't reach the level of success, in baseball to eventually run into someone that could have, changed my life or my perspective like that. But when I was about, I don't know, 7, 8 years old, I was in second grade. I got real sick. I think I had chicken pox and the flu, all the stuff out. And so I had to miss almost a month of school. But it was at least like 2.5 weeks. And I had this teacher, Miss Stroud. Miss Stroud, I don't know, she probably in her 30s at the time. Really nice to look at. I recognize that because she took care of herself. I recognize that as a young boy, but she was just really nice and attentive to
in the front of the classroom.
All of her students, right? But when I got sick, do you know that this woman came to my grandmother's house? My grandparents was raising me. She came to my house to the house after she got off work every day to teach me the lesson plan and go over what was taught that day in class.
Sound like my English teacher in ninth
grade. I could be in pajamas already ready for bed, but she would get there whenever she could get there. My grandma would get me up. Miss Stroud is here. And she sat at that table with me and go over, my lesson plan, my writing, my reading. And then she tutored me. And there was a couple times when my grandparents dropped me off at her house when she couldn't get over there. I don't know if she was having car trouble, but this woman took an interest in me, and she saw something in me. I guess my grandparents did too, but that always stuck with me because I knew that was different even as a young child, because it's like, this is my teacher, really know. But she was there. She was there every day I was out of school. She was there every day after she got off work at night. And then when she couldn't get over there, they dropped me off to her house. It'd be at nighttime, bro. 9 o'clock. And she's teaching me one-on-one. That taught me a lot. It taught, to care about people, care about what you're doing. Make an influence while you're here. Make a positive influence while you're here. Make a positive impact on something. That's stuck with me. How old are we in second grade? What, 7, 8?
Yeah, I can't even remember, dog. Shit. How old am I now? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to remember now.
Hold on. Let me ask Meta real quick.
You know?
I'll go to Sim motherfucking Harvard.
Don't give me a line.
Yeah. I think we were like 7 or 8. I think 7 or 8. I think.
You said second grade?
But in every important period in my life, I've always thought back to her. Everybody, it's like, shit, what are we doing? Somebody spent this time on you, right? So you could be here, so you could be doing this. And it's always been a point in my life I can go back to for, a bit of inspiration, because somebody spent all that time with you. You didn't have to do that. Where do you hear of anybody doing anything like that, man? And as I got older, the importance and the value of that time, in my mind, it grew to a place it was just gained more importance to me, and what that little raindrop in my life and what it meant, not only in that moment, but again, as I got older, it blows my mind. Yeah, it blows my mind. So it's definitely a teacher that had the biggest influence on my life.
Seeing how you are an instructor, RTC instructor for, teacher basically now, who had the biggest impact on you, man? Was it a teacher or was it a coach?
Yeah, it's funny, man, how you right on point with these topics, man, because it's funny doing, like you said, doing what I do now, man, OTC instructor, and trying to get these kids on the right track. And I've always strived to not just sit there and teach what's in a book, to try to get in these kids' head, man, and teach them some real life things and be a part of their lives. And that's happening. That's happening, man, because a lot of the kids we have now, man, they'll open up to me, and my partner, my other instructor, man, in a way that they won't open up to some other teachers. Okay. And so we learn a lot of things about these kids that now we can talk to them for real, like, hey, like old Obi-Wan said, we can have some real spill with them, because they open
Real
up.
spill.
So,
Real spill.
So these good topics, man. For me, it's hands down, it's Coach Leon Johnson. Coach Leon Johnson, man. I need him to see this too, because you want to make sure people get their flowers. So Leon Johnson, he came to our high school just about the time I was getting to the 9th grade, man. And he came, your homeboy, Tim, he came from Georgia, man. Came from old Georgia. And came down there, man. And prior to him getting there, our basketball players, man, we ain't had no structure. We out there just, doing the same old stuff we did, and we balling in the summertime, street ball. We had no kind of direction, nothing like that. This dude came in, man. He had won big in the state of Georgia. And he came down there and he provided some structure. And so the thing why I say he made the biggest impact, it wasn't just about the basketball. I asked him, y'all know my deal, man. I grew up in a single parent home with my mother and 4 sisters and me. All right. So that thing could have went south. That thing could have went south. and, it could have went south. But one of the people, man, that made sure it didn't was old Leon Johnson. Because when he came in, and I tell you, man, this dude, there's some things he taught me. Perseverance, for one. Because me and my partners, we get together now, and we laugh, man, about how this dude used to put weighted vests on us, and he had a little red pickup truck. And he'll ride that truck through the town, and we had to run behind the truck, dog. We had to run behind the truck, man. We running through the town with a weighted vest on. And it's about 90 degrees out. We ain't just practice. They ain't have all them rules back then where you can only practice certain times of year. That joke had it's in year round. So we with them weighted vests on running through the town, and you bet not fall back. You better finish with the team. So he taught me some perseverance, dog. He really did. So that was the biggest thing. He also taught us accountability. Like I said, single parent household, but I did have some other men, my uncles. I had some really good uncles, man, that kind of took care of me and took me under their wing. And then my mother had the same, male companion, never got married, male companion for years. And he did a lot too, man, to make sure I was on the right path. But Coach Leon Johnson, he came and solidified all. He kind of put it all together. He said, hey, you're going to be held accountable. You're going to make good grades. You miss practice, you ain't going to play. I watched that dude sit our best player, on the bench because he just missed a couple of practices. Matter of fact, he got me one time, man. I came to a game, and you want to look good, and you got out there putting some things that you don't need. I had an old knee brace on, and I ain't have not an knee problem, none. Wasn't nothing wrong with my knee, man. And he came out, he was like, hey, what's the deal with the knee brace? Oh yeah, my knee, a little sore or whatever. And I knew nothing wasn't wrong with me. He knew nothing went wrong with me. He said, okay, you more interested in how you look before we play this big game, and I was a starter, man, for 3 of my 4 years. He said, you more interested in how you look. So if you got knee problems, I'm going to go and sit you down. You can go on and sit. That was a big game too, man. All right. He said, you got a knee, go on over there and rest it. So I sat on the bench, dog. I was 3-year starter, man. I sat on the bench and just didn't, I ain't get no run that night. And so he just taught me a lesson, man, and just, hey, be accountable, be responsible. When we come out here trying to look good, just go out there and play the way you're supposed to and all that kind of stuff. So I'm real thankful for him. And the good thing about it, I still talk to him to this day. I go home every year, man. We got this big basketball tournament, beach ball classic, a high school, like some of the top teams in the country. They come to Myrtle Beach every year. And I've been going back home for it every year, no matter where I am, come back home for it. And thankfully, he's at that tournament every year, and we always sit down and have a meal together, man. Me, him, and a couple of other my partners, man, that we meet every year for the tournament. So I'm real thankful for that because that guy changed my life. He really did. And the fact that he's still in it now, that's a big deal to me. So hands down, it's Coach Leon Johnson for me.
Good deal, man. Good deal.
Yeah.
So mine would be rest in peace, Mr. Joseph Boyd, vice principal. He was actually his wife was actually my mom's cousin, right? But so he had a big impact on me, man, because I like and growing up in that time, this was the late 70s, early 80s. Seeing this black man be the vice principal of a high school, man, I thought was big because for those of you that's listening out here, not from the South, man, racism didn't stop after the civil rights movement. It continued on for us in the South, and it still continue on. They just do stuff different. So the post-segregation stuff and all that, it was still kind of going on, man. They were still like giving it to us. But anyway, I had an admiration to see that black man excelling like that, to be the vice principal in that high school. And I saw the respect that he had of his peers and other teachers and whatnot. And even though some of them probably didn't like it at times, he held his own, man. He never wavered from that. And I was very observant to notice that, Now, if he was still alive, he probably wouldn't like me very much because he paddled my brother one time. My mom pulled a gun on him.
What?
Pulled a pistol on him at the school and grabbed him by his tie over the desk like that. And, and of course, you probably know how the story went after that. But he probably wouldn't think too highly of me right now. But, anyway, Mr. Boyd and Liv, I think I told you about that story the other day, dog. It didn't go well. It kind of went off the rails there. It was supposed to be a feel-good story, and I know I fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? I got it. It started off good, and it went bad. That went.
Yeah, dog, you fucked it up.
Yeah. It went off the rails. But, hey, look. Back then they used to say we had ADHD and all this other stuff. Back then they called us stupid. It wasn't no that boy flicked it. You know what I'm saying? They flicked it is the word. That boy flicked it. They didn't say because like to this day, right? So I don't know if y'all know this about me, man. I don't think I never told y'all this, but when I was younger, man, they didn't diagnose me with this because I just didn't know what they call it then, but I had dyslexia, right? And like right now, to this day, I have to kind of like make a concerted effort not to write my words backwards. I'll spell my names Harvey, but I'll start with the Y, Yerrah. I'll do that. My muscle memory will tell me to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that, even to this day, But I mean, it's not like that now to where I can't control it. But I have to think about it and think about what I'm gonna do because I can speak it. When I get ready to write it, it'd be something else, And for a long time, and when in my younger years, when I used to take tests, they thought I was just stupid. It wasn't that. I knew the answer, but I was just writing it backwards. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't, and I didn't know what was going on, but I figured it out. And then I overcame it. But yeah, Mr. Boyd though was my man. Mr. Boyd's my man. He's very patient.
You see where I'm at right now?
You know what I'm saying? I'll see you out of space, dog.
Yeah, so since you was writing that backwards code, brother, that's all you was doing. You was writing that backwards code. It applied a different way. But we're gonna stay on track. We're gonna stay on track.
It though. Hey, I got it though, baby. I got it though. And I'm gonna tell you something else. So check this out. What was a bigger day for me? I want to know what your bigger day was, man. When I became, kind of a elder statesman in the high school realm. Now we started getting into high school. What was the bigger impact, man? Was it senior skip day or was it prom night? Ando, kick us off.
Well, this is an easy one for me, dog, because I was on restriction for the prom. So, I did senior skip day. It wasn't all that, I walked around, through the neighborhood, a couple of my homeboys, and seen some nice neighborhoods on our way to a house party. And I was immediately thinking, especially as I walked through the nice neighborhood on the way to the house party in the hood, right? I'm like, man, I wonder what they had to do to get that, They that looks now it's my turn to, man, what am I gonna do to get there? This was on my mind on the way to the house party.
Yeah.
And then I get to the house party, just a little bit of underage drinking, we 17 and you see some cats that probably graduated 4 years ago, they over there still shooting a shot and it wasn't my scene at the time. I was, we were really heavily involved in church. And so, but then I was on punishment, man, for the prom because I got in a fight at school, and not one that I started, but one that I finished. You know, it was a bully, and these cats expelled me for the last 2.5 weeks of school
Mm, mm,
during finals, my senior
mm.
year. Yeah, man. Killed me like that, bro. It giving me zeros and stuff. You know, when the finals was like 30% of your grade.
Right.
You know, I probably graduated with a 1.7 GPA or something.
Well, they
So
wouldn't know it now, dog, because you're brilliant now, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's all good. Much love, bro. But I'll tell you, so it's definitely the prom because I didn't get to go. Because I got my last whooping when I was 17 for getting expelled from school for a fight that I didn't start. This dude just slapped me in my face, man.
Well, he gotta get them paws. He gotta get them paws. I gotta take that suspension, dog. You gotta get them
Yeah,
paws.
no,
You gotta get that.
yeah.
You gotta get
Big
that.
bully, big bully. And then he run and go tell the campus police on me.
Nah.
I mean, the roles were reversed. Instead of me getting a hero's welcome, you know what I'm saying, with the crowd cheering and flowers coming down, you know, like Caesar, you know, no, turn around, drop your pants, you know, whap, 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 whap. And guess what? You ain't going to no prom. So I want to go to the prom. I want to go to the prom.
That's the whole way to end your high school, dog. Can't even go to the prom. Away from school.
I'm sorry, man. I was triggered. I was triggered.
I don't feel bad about telling him, you know, my mom pulled a pistol on the vice principal then, dog. You know, I mean, you kind of ruined this segment too. So, you know, hey, we 1-1, dog.
My bad, peeps.
What's dog? See skip day or prom night, dog?
Man, let me go tell me. My grandmother wouldn't allow me to skip. She already knew.
There's gonna be no skipping.
Ain't no skipping school. You skip school, you skip to a new address. No skipping school. I didn't get to skip, but I did go to I did get to go to prom. And I'm gonna go with prom, man, because prom night was a little different, you know. As a senior, you know, I was still living with my grandmother, so you know, there was still some rules, fellas. There was some rules. Y'all know.
Yeah.
I'm living with my grandmother. There's some rules. The rules meant you gonna be what time the prom is?
Yeah.
Then the prom ended this time. Okay.
Yeah.
And then my door lock at this time.
Hey, you got a dilemma. What you gonna do?
Hey, you. This is your first adult decision. What will you do? You know what I did? Hey, man. Grandma don't play. I ain't got nowhere to stay tonight, and y'all already said I can't come back. Your mama said, nope. I need to make it. I need to make it to the house before this time, because if I don't make it to the house before this time, I ain't got nowhere to stay. I'm getting home. But prom is it though. I'm telling you, because I had a good time.
Yeah.
A time was had. But prom is what I'm going with.
Okay. All right. Big Lil, sing skip day.
Watchdog, I'm with you, man. Mama didn't play, dog. I definitely couldn't cut no school and never did, man. And now
that.
Yeah.
Hey, Lev, I need to survive, brother. I need somewhere to live, bro.
Hey, and I told you before, man, I called myself staying out late one night, man. My mom worked at the Myrtle Beach Police Department. She sent the police to come get me, dog, from the spot. I done told y'all that one, man. She came, sent the police come get me from the spot, dog, because I was a little bit late. So I ain't messing around with her. Everybody knew my mother was like that too, man. They knew she didn't play.
I ain't got time for that. They knew my grandmother. Well, my grandmother's nickname was Miss ABC. Annie Beatrice Collins did not play. Everybody in the south side of Fort Worth knew Miss ABC.
In it, because that was her first name. But what it was though, man, for me, it was senior skip day. And here's the reason why. Like I said, my mother wouldn't let me cut school, man. Now, like you said, a time was had at the prom now, but we ain't gonna talk about that. So senior skip day, like where I say my mother worked, Myrtle Beach Police Department. So
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna miss it, dog. It was my last time kicking it with, some of my friends, man. It's like, you know what? I ain't never cut school. I ain't never got in no trouble for nothing like that. These clowns, she worked at Myrtle Beach Police Department. Guess where they want to go for senior cut day? Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
They want to go to the beach, like 3 blocks from the police department.
Set your ass up.
But you know what? Since I hadn't done anything like that, man, it was the excitement. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm going to senior cut day, dog. I'm gonna go. Hey, it's about to go down. So, hey, but I had the best time, man. I think part of it was the excitement of me just leaving school like that for the first time, because I had never done it. I hadn't even thought about that, dog. Because my mama, she did not play it at all. And then I had 2 older sisters went to the school before me, and I was always getting compared to them. So I had to be great. I couldn't drop the ball on nothing, dog, because I'm going to hear, well, Pam wouldn't have did this, or Felicia wouldn't have done this, right? That's all I heard, dog, all the time. So when that senior cut day opportunity came, I went. We had a great time. I was on the beach, all day, just kicking it, having a good time, barbecuing, even though none of us didn't know how to barbecue, but we ain't even worry about that, dog. We had
had stuff on the fire.
Yeah, that's more. See that more than in prom. I enjoyed the prom, but that senior cut day was a little special to me because I hadn't done nothing like that because Mama didn't play.
Man, was prom night, man, because for some reason, man, despite everything, man, them boys voted your boy to be the old prom king. You know what I'm saying? I was the king up in that motherfucker. I was the king. You know what I'm saying? So
you ain't king?
I'm the king, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, but now, but of course, they fucked it up. So they had a black king, the white king.
What?
They had a white king. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? They weren't going to have me up there with this white girl up there talking about she was the prom queen and this old black dude up there talking about he the king. They weren't going for that, dog. You know what I'm saying? They were not going for that, dog. You know what I'm saying? But it was the prom, man, because I seen Skip Day, man. It was just too damn ratchet. Them boys was out there, man. Like I said, they don't know how to barbecue nothing. They out there drinking liquor and throwing shit in them people things and stuff like that. I said, them niggas going to jail. Because I know they going to jail. They going to jail, and I ain't going no damn jail, okay? Because I know how these jokers is. You know what I'm saying? I said, dog, y'all don't even know how to do that. Y'all niggas going to jail. That's what y'all finna do.
They drinking that corn liquor, trying to get right.
Man, they were drinking it all, dog. They was out there drinking the thing.
Somebody about to be raped. I was in the house.
Kind of stuff.
Minutes, dog. I said, I can see where this is going.
Hey, listen, and you know what?
About to ruin my chance at junior college.
It's funny you say that. It's funny, and we'll talk about that off there. But I talked about this with Max a long time ago. It was an incident that happened, boy. Hey, yeah, we'll talk about that off there. But Max, you know what I'm talking about? I was supposed to be a part of this organization that I'm not a part of today because of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get up off that, man. Hey, check this out, man. We're going to jump right into In Their Prime. Well, I'm going retro tonight. So, check this out, man. We're watching the Knicks and the Pacers series right now. It's a good series. I think it's going to really be. It ain't over. I think it ain't over. It ain't over, man. I think it's going to be probably, go 7 here. I expect Nick to come out fighting, do a little thing here. But anyway, so we're going to go a little retro here, Ando. So, man, now these guys was known for their playoff battles back in the day. But that front court for both of them teams, man, was very physical. So what was the most physical duo? Was it the Knicks, Oakley, and Mason? Or was it them Davis boys in Indiana, man?
And you do know I want to watch this game tonight, right? So keep this at about 90 seconds. Right.
Oh, check about 90 seconds. You're doing good, huh?
Who's more physical? Okay, yeah. I'm going to go with Oakley and Mason over Dale Antonio Davis. Don't get me wrong. Them guys were built like, armor men and shit. They was... And they got theirs in. They were some solid dudes. And they were more physically looking intimidating maybe than Oakley and Mason. I don't know, depending on what part of the world you're from. But Oakley and Mason were pretty intimidating. And they was hitting people's heart. That was back when you can wind up and hit jokers for coming through the line.
Right.
And I've seen Oakley in recent years grab somebody by the throat in the stands or something, right? Or something, man. You know, I'm just like, no, no, it ain't no them two niggas right there. I'm sorry, audience, but it's them two N-words, Oakley and Mason.
Mason.
I don't want to come out the back door of the restaurant and I see Mason looking angry, you know, as he just walked away from being turned down by a girl in the club or something. Then I'm the first thing he said.
Just wide, dog.
I'm going in the other direction, bro. You know, running. Oakley and Mason, man. Actually, you know, because especially Dale and Antonio Davis, they was all muscular, man. You know, underwear model. They were handsome. You know, they were handsome.
What?
Mason and Oakley wasn't real handsome, man.
Get off my board. Get off my board now.
I bless your mothers. You know, I ain't trying to say nothing. Everybody look good, you know, to their peoples. But I mean, they ain't bad looking, bro. But them other dudes were more, they were handsome. Them dudes scary, man. You know what I'm saying? They got bark and bite. Yeah. You heard me? Shit. Hey, Oakley, Mason, man, I love you dudes, bro. Y'all, man, if you love you, man. If I can get an autograph sometime, man, maybe we can share, you know, a beer and a game together. You know?
No, but they won't let Oak back up in that thing. Okay. All right. Watch, dog. Go ahead with it, dog. Oakland Mason or them Davis boys?
Man, see, Ando, you done threw me off, man. Because my thought process in this whole matter had shifted. I was about to run with the Indy boys because they cleared the path for Reggie and them to do what they need to do.
They did.
Yeah. They cleared the path for Reggie and them to be out there and finesse it and become the face of the doggone Indiana Pacers. Because they was down there punching people in the gut, the balls, and everything else. They were doing what they had to do underneath. Well, you could have you out there on the 3-point line, you trying to fight. Man, he been out there for about 10 seconds by himself. Where is the defender? He over there holding his damn leg. He crossed over because he got punched in the damn ball. Like one of the Davis boys. They done lit whoever supposed to be defending Reggie, it done got took out the game. They can't even go over there because they over there trying to figure out if they're gonna be able to have kids. They done got hit by the Davis boys, and they over there trying to understand, will I be able to procreate? Cause they done wiped them out. I'm sorry, man. But I'm going with the Davis boys. Those boys in Indiana, boy, they cleared that. That's why Reggie was the 3-point sniper. That's why Reggie was out there clear. Go look at the film. How many people were near Reggie?
Wait, hold on, Donald. You said they trying to decide if they gonna be able to have kids. Damn.
Y'all go look at some of that film. Boy, Reggie could sat over there and sat down and ate that chicken tender meal and shot the ball.
Wait, hold on. I gotta say something for Oakley Mason. Let me tell you something, man. And this is backed up by research and fact. And when I tell you, go check this shit out for yourself. Oakley Mason, they used to hit Joker so hard, bruh. Especially in the balls, whatever, you know, trying to get them. I'll tell you what, they hit them jokers so hard that them jokers' grandkids right now, the most respected motherfuckers that you'll ever see walking the earth. They grandkids, man. When you think about how deep that shit is.
That's a pain right there. Yeah.
Now go research when Oakley and Mason was playing against, you know, the likes of, you know, Rodman and some other no name. Now go check out Rodman's grandkids right now. I bet they model goddamn citizens.
Yeah,
that's how hard Oakley and Mason hit you. It make you have like 2 generations later. It's like I ain't getting out of line. No, fuck that. I'm staying straight, narrow, right down this road right here. Dog. Hey, challenge that. No, I ain't challenging shit.
There wasn't no challenge. Wasn't no challenge then. Wasn't no challenge then.
Like that? I don't know, but I'm going this way.
It wasn't no damn challenge. Wasn't no damn challenge then, man.
Generations,
I'm just saying, them dudes were built different back then, brother. Either side, you flip the coin, man. Out of them, out of that quiet pair right there, boy, you getting it. You were getting it.
It's no wrong answer in this. So, Lev, I know you a diehard Knicks fan, man.
Come on, Lev, what you got?
It's a
So
wrong.
so which
It's a wrong
which
answer.
one?
You're wrong. It's a wrong answer. It is a wrong answer.
It's a wrong answer.
It's a wrong. It's a dead wrong answer.
Hey,
Who's most physical?
don't you
dog?
say it.
America, everybody out there, internet
Don't
land.
you say it. Don't you say it.
Close your eyes. Those
Don't
of
you say it. Don't
remember-
you say it, because I'm coming to them from outer
Hold on,
space.
hold on.
I'm
Slow
coming to
your
them
roll.
from outer space. You put
Slow
that
your
dang
roll.
bridge behind you
Slow
down.
your roll. Hey, if you close your eyes and you old enough to remember them years, when you hear the words Anthony or the name Anthony Mason, all right, and Oak Tree, I ain't even got to say his name. When you hear the name Anthony Mason and Oak Tree, do you think about a jump shot?
Man,
Do
when
you-
I think Oak Tree, I'm
do
thinking
you
about
think-
a brisket.
Do you
Smoke.
think about a free throw? Do you even sometimes you even think about basketball? You don't even exactly right there. Exactly. When you hear them names right there, you thinking about anything physical that you can think of. You ain't even thinking about the game. That's
Man,
all.
hey,
Hey,
man, hey,
Oh,
that
no.
case, then
Man,
we
nothing.
disrespect.
man, nothing. Ain't no man, nothing. You know,
Man,
good
come
well,
on, man. Hey, hey.
hey, if you're a strong basketball fan and you hear the name Anthony Mason or Charles Oakley, not only are they the toughest in that era,
Boy,
it-
they built like
it might-
they were built.
hey,
They were built for it tough.
they the toughest in any era. The toughest duo in any era physically.
They were built for it tough. I give you that.
Right now, I'm listening to you because I can't think of one. It ain't no duo. Anthony Mason wouldn't even out there. Matter of fact, Oak Tree, he wouldn't even out there to score or do nothing like that. Yeah, they'd take his few points a game. His job was to scare the hell out of you and prevent you from coming to the lane. And Mason, Anthony Mason got comedians out there, man. Remember when Cedric Entertainer came out with that joke? With Cedric, you look like are you look like Anthony Mason? That dude, they too physical.
When I get a technical foul.
I'm gonna tell you, I gotta agree. When I did this, I thought the Davis boys was physical, but I gotta go Oakley and Mason too, man, because I'm gonna tell you right now, man, it was when they came to the huddle, it was whoop ass on three.
That's
1,
it.
2, 3, whoop ass. You know what I'm saying? It was whoop ass on three. I seen them. The way they whooped Michael Jordan and Scott, they beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? They beat you up, man. I'm telling you. And Mason, man, his nickname, he should have just took Mason off and just put, I'm gonna give him 2 nicknames. Okay, I'm the king of nickname, dog. So I'm gonna call one of them Hackadiddle. That'll be Mason, and Oakley will be 5 to give, dog. The motherfucker had 6 to spend. 5 to give and hack a nigga. That's what it was, dog. Go out there. They would whoop ass on 3, and they come out there and 5 to give and hack a nigga come out there and beat your ass for 60. They don't give a damn if they don't score 2 points. They don't give a damn if the score is 1 to nothing. They whooping your ass, okay? No, they don't give a damn. Listen, they don't give a damn about no scope. They whooping your ass. They came there to fight, goddammit. It wasn't no basketball or none of that bullshit. They came in that motherfucker to rumble, okay? We whooping your ass tonight when you come in here, okay?
We're off the rails. What the hell going on here?
Yeah, we playing basketball, and they out there choke slamming motherfuckers, souffle people, put people in the figure 4. This is basketball.
This is combatives.
They don't give a damn. This New York, you come in here, we're gonna hit your ass with a subway if you want. I'm telling you, we whooping your ass in here. That's what we doing. Okay? That's what we doing. We don't give a damn if Jordan, the MVP, score 30. But you know what? He can score 30, but he leaving this motherfucker with some bruises, okay? We gonna whoop his ass. He coming here, okay?
And they rarely get the second technical.
And they damn a technical, dog. They ain't give a damn about that. They wished you could give them 4 of them. They didn't give a damn.
Watch dog. Anthony Mason gonna back you down with about 14 dribbles. He gonna back
14 dribbles.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
You can't do nothing about it. And then they got that other dude.
Boy, you like this.
And then that other dude came on the scene. What's the dude? The left hand, or the other dude that died, the one with the left hand with the bald head, the one that died. What was his name? He came in there. He joined right in with him. The brother that died not too long ago from the Knicks, man. With the left hand, the dark-skinned brother, man, bald head with the big eyes, left hand dude. He was in a couple movies. Had a little gap in his teeth. I'm trying to think of the brother's name. I can't think of his name.
Mason.
I'm probably talking about Mason. Yeah, Mason Oakley. That's right. I'm talking about Mason. That's what I'm talking about. I'm thinking about the other dude. Okay, yeah, you're right, Mason. Yeah, them dudes are just rough, man. They just look like fifth wheel mechanics. You know what I'm saying? They come in that motherfucker, and they just been working hard. They got off living. Yeah, man.
So you trying to tell me that they was out there they was out there collecting exhaust air from an M1 Abrams.
Just the bad boys got that name, the bad boys in Detroit. Yeah, they was physical and all that, but them boys, Mason and Oakley, man, damn that. Them boys whooping ass. Okay.
I don't even care that they won the game sometimes, dog. They just wanted to go out there.
So they just out there fighting. So you saying that they got drafted the football somebody.
Hey, watch dog.
I said football. I just said they got drafted.
Hey,
football.
just go back and look at their pictures, watch dog. Just Google their pictures and just look at them. And
I did. That's why I said. That's why I went with Indy, man. I looked at them. Them two dudes. Oh, hey, don't get me wrong. Oakley Mason sitting over there looking like they two dump trucks. I get it. They sitting over there like two dump trucks. The team told them cut down on your meals. Don't eat all this, and they said, you know what? We eating this shit regardless.
And every time they were out in public somewhere, they always stopped by the police, and they always told them this: "You fit the description of somebody we've been looking for."
Dude, the Sims boys they big and physical. They look like middle vanilla and all that. Them boys had middle parts, line up. Oakley Mason, them niggas was ugly. Okay, they was ugly, dog. They didn't care nothing about. They didn't give a damn. Hey, them niggas was ugly. Okay, they ain't care nothing about looking good and all that. They were like, I'm whooping your ass as soon as you tip out there, dog.
What you saying is they was out there in Middle Earth.
Starks one time in the middle of the game, dog. They own teammate. John Stark took a bad shot. They done jumped on him, dog. So you can't beat that.
Hey, it's 3-1, dog. I'm trying to stand my own. Hey, Reggie. Hey, Reggie. I'm trying to help you, Reggie. I told you the Davis boys gave you those 3-point shots, brother. They go
John Stark take a bad shot, like you said, dog. I got him, coach.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. They had Derek Harper and John Starks, dog. Them boy was scared to death, dog. You go out there and jack one up you want to. Now, why y'all think Reggie was taking all them jump shots? He wasn't Michael Jordan. You ain't going in there flying over them ducking. You know what I'm saying? Them boys gonna hang your ass, dog. You can't go in there.
Well, that's an instant. What you saying? Is an instant clothesline waiting to happen?
Right now, dog. You got to back then. You had to update your wheel, but update your damn SGL line before you go in there and play them boys, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Charles Oakley banned from the Knicks arena right now because
he can't go now.
He about to fight the owner of the team, dog. Now, 2025. That's that joke ain't all there.
Hey, that man banned for eternity.
Right.
You can't even go to MSG right now, dog, because you in there talking about you.
How you ban one of your players though?
That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. That's
How you
crazy.
ban one of your former players? You can't come back here no more.
Hey, the motherfucker did it, dog. They do that shit. All right, but check this out, man. We're going to jump to our last segment, man. We'd like for you to go ahead and like and subscribe. All ahead, read and subscribe. And check us out, man. New episodes every Monday, man. We're on YouTube and Spotify. BaldHeaded Reads coming at you all the way live, baby. Check it out. We're going to get to our last segment off the DAZN. Fellas, who or what are you putting on blast this week? Watchdog, kick us off.
Well, I'm going to kick y'all real quick. I ain't putting nothing on blast, but I'm telling you, we did an event this weekend. Me and the missus, not this weekend, but on Thursday. What's the day? Friday. On Thursday, but we started on Wednesday. We did an event for the Virginia Special Olympics that's hosted by the police department here, man, and across the state, right?
I like that.
So we did some old. She, part of her LLC creative events. Did that, the decor for them and set the tables, bro. I feel like I got worked like I was on a life. I got worked out. I got worked out. My back was hurting. I realized 19 tables setting up and doing different decor and plates and placements and all. It sounds like it ain't nothing, man. But I realized that I can't do that no more. I need somebody that's younger. But I appreciate the police department and all them different from the state of Virginia. Y'all doing a great thing out there supporting the Special Olympics. I appreciate y'all. And Virginia Beach Police Department, I'm gonna hold you to what you said. Hey, when I come riding through there, you better give me a doggone pass. I remember what you said. You said you're gonna give me a pass. Table 17. of 19. Table 17, I remember every last one of y'all. Y'all eating that fried chicken like you was going out of style. I'm telling you, you don't give me no pass when I come through there. I will remember you when we do the next event, and you would not eat until the last table is called.
No ticket for you. Invent Beach.
I mean
it. Right on. And though, who or what are you putting on Blizzard?
Man, you know what? I'm gonna put on freaking the Orange Man. All right. You know, you got the South African president up in there in the White House. You're just gonna try to ambush this president.
Mm-hmm.
So juvenile, man. The leader of the free world.
So juvenile.
Is like the weirdest, most immature. He's good at entertainment, and people are just entertained.
Stupid.
It don't have to be true what he says.
Gobbling it up.
When you have a network that can just not show the truth, but just can paint an agenda and a narrative, and you just got people sucked in because you know that's those avenues, that's where they're going to get their information. It's just
we just saved 22 million people.
It's so embarrassing.
It is.
It's so embarrassing. And you know, that's what I'm putting on blast. You know, you put up this video. What do you have to say about this? All these ways. He's like, I ain't seen that in my country. I mean, I don't what do you want me to say?
We can put the same videos up about MAGA.
Exactly. The same ones. So, you know, and he's like, look, I bought my agricultural minister here. He's a white man. You think I would bring him here and we killing white farmers over here? You think he'd be working for me? I got Ernie Els here and another most professional South African golf here with me. They're white men. I mean, it was embarrassing. He's like, but you know, I give credit to the dude. You know, he was for staying humble. Say, hey, we want to do business with you. You're our largest trading partner, or whatever. You know, Trump knows a lot of the countries are our largest trade partners, and he's trying to bully them into to give it more and blackmail. It's like public blackmail, but then your people are so ignorant, you don't even know. You know, what part of Africa this is happening in. So you're just throwing stuff out there. And it's always been smoke and mirrors with this dude. So that's what I'm putting on blast. I'm putting on blast that administration, and
all right,
need to support that.
I thought you were gonna say something about the I think it was the AG that was talking about. She gave 3 different numbers in 3 days.
Yeah, that was just ridiculous right there. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That's
248 million lives. We see.
Made a fool out of us.
That must say that 119 million. It's 231 million people in the United States.
Yeah, she just throwing out shit, dog. Big Lil, what you putting on blast, dog?
Hey, I had some technical difficulties last week when we was getting ready to do this, man. Old battery died on me, so I'm gonna finish out what I was about to say.
And you heard the old running sound when you left.
Right. Hey, and I was still sitting here like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, it was gone. But hey, I'm going with it's 2. It's the FAA and it's whatever is going on at New Jersey airports. Because hey, this is 2025, and I don't know what type of system you got in there, man, but y'all just keep losing power for 90 seconds to 2 minutes at a time. You got planes in the air.
All of a sudden.
Take off.
It wasn't before.
Sudden, it just goes dark, and then for 90 seconds now, you got planes just circling that airport with no guidance as to where they're supposed to.
That's great.
Oh, this is 2025, and they saying the problem is because the system is so antiquated that it's dying because of that. So
it wasn't antiquated before January 20th. But I'm gonna be quiet.
The FAA, which is that's a big organization. That's a big thing. We got so many flights in the air now at all these airports. The FAA got to be on point. You got to be on point. These big airports, and I know Newark ain't the biggest one, but you got to be on point, man. You can't have them little lapses like that, because that could have been a lot of people could have been in a lot of different tragedies. All right. So that's why I'm putting on blast this week. They got to get that thing together. Got to get it fixed.
Okay, bet that. All right, so real quick, man, I'm gonna do my little blast right here, man. I'm putting on blast Trump administration as well, man. Haven't done it in a while, man. I'm putting on blast Trump administration because, as we all know, during the insurrection, Miss Babbitt tried to enter the Capitol, and police stopped her from invading the Capitol, man, because she was going there to hurt lawmakers and all this other stuff. They gave her several orders on live TV, and we saw that before she was unfortunately shot and killed. We understand that. The police officer that shot and killed her was cleared of all wrongdoing. He didn't do anything wrong. He was acting within the confines of the law, doing what his trainer taught him, and they ruled his shooting a good shoot, you know what I'm saying, to protect those lawmakers and all that. So without any courts, without any legislation, without any of this, the Trump administration decided today they're going to pay the family of Ashley Babbitt $5 million in a wrongful death lawsuit. Now, a couple of things I have a problem with that. One, it was not a wrongful death because he was cleared of the shooting because it was a good shoot. There was no wrongful death. It was not adjudicated in the court of law, so they wasn't awarded that by no court because there was any wrongdoing of the police officer. Trump just got on Twitter and said this guy was a villain, a bad guy, and all this other stuff. Police record disputes that. Stellar. Impeccable police record backed by all his people, cleared by the FBI and by the Metropolitan Police and the DC Police. Everything was legit. He did it by the book and protected them from the very lawmakers that you sit down there to be harmed by these people like Ashley Babbitt that's trying to attack the Capitol. So she got shot and killed, which is unfortunate, but she was doing something you had no business. Had she lived, she would be a convicted felon right now because her ass should have went to jail for doing that. Those are facts.
She'd have been pardoned too by now. She'd
have been pardoned, exactly. Those are facts. But the Trump administration decides to allow the DOJ to award this family $5 million for a wrongful death shooting. Okay, now this is the only question. These are the questions I got. So when y'all gonna give? Okay, let's shit. I don't even. How many?
What do you start
Breonna Taylor? You gonna give Breonna Taylor mama some money? Is it Justice Department gonna give Breonna Taylor mama some money? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna pay the family of George Floyd, or did y'all gonna do that without any court thing? I mean, we could just go on and on. But my point is this right here. We clearly see what's going on with this. We clearly see what's going on with this. It's a political move, and had it been somebody else, if she was on the other foot, that would have never happened. And this is what we call bullshit. Okay, that is bullshit. And to be honest with you, any loss of life is sad, but this lady's family does not deserve to be paid no $5 million for her acting like a criminal and going there and in that Capitol, and she wound up losing her life for doing something because she was committing a crime, and those policemen were doing their jobs. You didn't award any of those policemen, the families of them, the ones that got assaulted and hurt. What about the policeman that died? Right. You didn't give his family any money.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? For the very people that you sick them on. So, I mean, it's just sad, man. It's a sad situation. So that's what I'm putting on blast. Trump administration, hey, do better. I know y'all not going to do better, spot no deaf ear, but I want you to know this, though, before we get up out of here. We see what you're doing, just like you think you see us. We see you even more. We can see past you because your playbook is all out there. You know what I'm saying? The hood's been off for a long time. We see exactly what's going on, pimping. We can dig what's going on, all right? So this is BaldHead Reason, fellas. We're going to get up out of here, man. Thank y'all for tapping in, man. New episodes every Monday again. Like y'all to like and subscribe one more time, man. Check us out, man. We out here all the time, man. Safe travel to my boy Over One. We know you over there in Europe, man, doing big things, baby. We'll see you back on this side, man. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. It is Memorial Day weekend, so y'all have a safe and happy holiday weekend, and we'll see y'all next time on the flip side. This is the BHR. We out this thing. You dig? One time for your mind, baby.
Yes, sir.